Hey, Bill O'Reilly here, and this is the Talking Points Memo for Newsmax. So on Monday, Nancy Pelosi had a meeting in her lavish office, the U.S. Capitol. She is, of course, Speaker of the House, entitled to a lavish office, which she does have. In that meeting were Democrats in the House who wanted to start articles of impeachment against President Trump. Also in the meeting were Nancy Pelosi acolytes who don't. No impeachment. Not yet. All right, so the lines are drawn. The battle lines are drawn. Now, I don't know Nancy Pelosi. I've talked to her one time in my life. She had no idea who I am. None. Her husband, who was there, knew and I thought was going to faint. And I invited her on my program on Fox at the time, and of course she said she would come. And then she backed out when her husband said, "You know who that is?" No. So personally, I don't really know what Nancy Pelosi is all about. And I do know that she's an ardent Democrat and a leftist from San Francisco. All right. But in this case, she's not an uber leftist. She's a moderate. Why? Why is Nancy Pelosi, probably President Trump's biggest opponent, not wanting to begin articles of impeachment against him? 3 reasons. Number one is the obvious, that there was a 2-year investigation. It found no wrongdoing on President Trump's part. That's Robert Mueller. Number 2, there is an explosive report coming from the Department of Justice that may indict sitting FBI people and people in other intelligence agencies under Barack Obama who ginned up a phony scheme to remove Donald Trump or get him defeated in the election. That's coming. Pelosi, O'Reilly, we don't know what's in it, but it's certainly a danger zone. And the third thing is 2020 presidential election. Because according to the polls, most recently NBC, Wall Street Journal, I got the number here, 45% of the country says, no, we don't want impeachment. No. Okay, only 34% say, no, 19%, only 19% in this Wall Street Journal poll say there's enough evidence to begin impeachment proceedings. That's not a lot of people, 19%. So Pelosi knows that this could backfire, and the unintended consequences of launching impeachment against the sitting president would most likely wreck the Democratic Party's chances to regain a presidency in 2020. Okay? Now, there's also another thing involved here. So, you have the Democratic Party split between far-left progressives and liberal moderates. There really aren't any conservative people in the Democratic Party any longer. So that doesn't exist anymore. But the split in the party means that if the Democrat left, the progressives, Cortez, these people, if they're deemed to have power, more power than the other side, a lot of these moderates aren't going to turn out. That's why Donald Trump's president. Did you know 800,000 African Americans who voted for Barack Obama stayed home and did not vote for Hillary Clinton? That was enough to put Donald Trump ahead Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Philadelphia, Detroit, Milwaukee. African Americans didn't turn out. That's why Trump won. Pelosi, very shrewd, says if we are the crazy party, the party of Ocasio-Cortez, we're going to lose. Not only are we going to lose the presidency, we're going to lose the House. So Pelosi's not going to be Speaker. So she's in a power position now, Nancy Pelosi. But if articles of impeachment are put forth without any underpinning other than crazy conspiratorial stuff that's unproven, you'll lose the House. That's why Pelosi's doing what she's doing. Now, the likely nominee for the Democrats, even though, it's a year more for the convention, is Joe Biden. And Biden's going to play it on the Pelosi side. He's not going to cross that progressive line. He's going to stay there. And all the polls say he's well ahead. And that is the Talking Points Memo. I'm Bill O'Reilly for Newsmax, reminding you that I believe this fervently, have the best daily commentary on BillO'Reilly.com in the nation. So I hope you check it out. And if you like it, get a premium membership for yourself, for your dad on Father's Day, for your grandfather. Spread it around. We'll see you soon.